In a bustling city filled with tall buildings and glowing lights, there was a factory where robots of every kind were made. These robots weren't just built to work, they were built to play, to laugh, and to enjoy life together. Among them was a little robot named Rilo, a small, shiny robot with big, curious eyes. But there was one thing that always made him feel different. Rilo could not dance. Every evening when the robots gathered in the big square, music would fill the air. The robots would twirl, spin, and tap their metal feet in perfect rhythm. Their lights blinked in time with the beat, and their movements were smooth and graceful. Rilo loved to watch, but when he tried to join in, his feet clunked and clattered out of time. His arms swung awkwardly, and he often tripped over his own wires. The other robots never laughed at him, but Rilo could see how easily they moved, and he felt like he just did not belong. One night, as the music played, Rilo stood in the shadows watching. Skier's words softly as he whispered to himself, "I wish I could dance like them. Skier, I wish I could shine too." But instead of joining, he sat quietly, feeling smaller and smaller as the others twirled with joy. The next morning, Rilo wandered through the city streets. He noticed things that most robots passed by without a second glance. He saw how the streetlights flickered when they needed fixing, heard the faint buzz of a power line that was struggling to work. He even noticed a bird whose wing was caught in a bit of wire. Gently, with his careful little hands, Rilo freed the bird. It chirped happily and flew away. Rilo smiled, not realizing he had just done something special. Later that week, the big robot festival arrived. It was the most exciting event of the year. Robots from every corner of the city came together to celebrate. There were lights, decorations, and of course, the grand dance. The music began, and once again all the robots spun and tapped to the rhythm. Rilo stood at the edge, unsure if he should even try. But then something unexpected happened. The music suddenly stopped. The lights flickered and went dark. A hush fell over the crowd. Without power, the festival could not go on. The robots looked around, worried and confused. Who could fix such a big problem? Rilo's sensors picked up a faint sound. He followed it and discovered that a main power line had come loose. Carefully, with his small but steady hands, Rilo adjusted the wires. His circuits buzzed as he focused. Finally, with a bright spark, the lights flicked back on. Music roared to life once more. The robots cheered as the festival was saved. All eyes turned to Rilo. They had seen what he had done. He had noticed what no one else had. He had repaired what others could not. For the first time, Rilo did not feel small. He felt proud. The other robots gathered around him. One of the tallest robots placed a glowing light on Rilo's head, like a crown. Other robot tapped his foot and said, "You may not dance like us, but you shine in your own way. You saved the festival." Rilo smiled wider than ever before. That night, he did not try to copy the others. Instead, while the robots danced, Rilo lit up the square with patterns of lights that matched the music. His lights sparkled and flashed, filling the air with color. The robots danced and cheered, and everyone agreed the festival had never been more beautiful. From that day on, Rilo never felt left out again. He still could not dance like the others, but he discovered something even more important. He had a gift of his own, a way to help and a way to shine. And that was more than enough. The moral of the story is this: everyone is special in their own way. You do not have to be like everyone else to belong. Your unique talents are what make you shine, and the world is brighter when you share your special talent. What is your special talent? Do you like to help your friends? Do you love to share? Tell us in the comments, and do not forget to come back for more adventures every week. Until next time, sleepyheads, sweet dreams, and happy listening.